Howdy everyone. I'm back at it again. It's a beautiful summer evening here in North Dakota. Kind of a spur of the moment trip. This time I really wasn't planning on coming out today. The weather was kind of nasty earlier in the day. It was supposed to be that way all day, but cleared up. Turned out to be a perfect evening out here. So I had a few hours free of responsibility. I figured I'd head out here to the river with my kayak and try for some channel cats. I've never fished this stretch of river before, but I was looking at it on Google Maps. Right up around the bend here from where I launched, there's a small creek that flows in. We got a little bit of rain this morning and a thunderstorm the other day, so there might be some fresh water flowing in through that creek. So that's where I'm paddling up to. We'll go check it out, drop some bait, and see if we can get bit. I gotta say, it is a little bit spooky paddling out here. I've already bumped into a couple logs or boulders or something that I could not see. The water's super low out here right now. It's really not moving fast at all, so those deadheads really do not show themselves in the current at all. I'm taking it a little bit slow. I don't want to cruise along too fast and end up bumping into something and flipping over. So I'm gonna keep paddling my way up to the spot. We'll be up there in a few minutes. All right, I made it up here to where the creek flows in. It really doesn't look like much as low as the water is out here right now. But there was a nice deep hole right out in front of it. It gets down to about 11.5 feet deep there. The deepest I saw paddling up here was about 9 feet deep. So I've got high hopes for this spot. Got myself anchored here. There's a little bit of a shallow hump. Dropped my power pole anchor on that. So I'm sitting facing downstream. I'll give you guys a quick look at the setup I'm using. So I've got a 6'6" medium heavy power fast action St. Croix Triumph rod. Maybe a little bit light for catfishing, but that medium heavy works well enough. I've got a Quantum Vapor reel on that, 30-pound Power Pro Super Slick V2. I've actually got another rod identical to this back here behind me. I still got to get that one set up after I get my first line in. But I'll show you my catfish setup here. Pretty much your standard catfish rig. I've got that 30-pound braid leading to a swivel right there. On the braid end of that, I've got a 3-ounce sliding sinker, little rubber bead there to help protect the knot. And then on the other side of that swivel, I've got about 14 inches of 20-pound mono with a 5/0 octopus hook. And for bait today, we're gonna use some raw shrimp. Time's kind of limited today, so I didn't want to waste valuable fishing time by making an extra stop at the bait shop. So shrimp it is today. I just like to rig those up so that that hook point is exposed a little bit. Let's toss it out there and see if we get bit. That looks like a good spot. All right, I've got both my lines in. It's time to sit back, relax, and wait for something to come along and bite. I'm getting some little nibbles at this one here. We'll see how well that shrimp does. Sometimes if there's a lot of smaller fish around, just nibbling at it, that shrimp is a little bit easy for him to pull off the hook. If that seems to be the case, I did bring a light spinning rod set up. I might throw a slit bobber rig on that, throw a little piece of that shrimp on there and try to catch a goldeye. Use that for cut bait. There's one. Oh, that's a good fish. Well, that did not take too long at all. I've got that bait in the water for maybe 10 minutes now. Man, those channel cats fight so hard. I think I almost got him up here. He does not want to come up. There he is. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one, you guys. I need to get that net ready. Come on up here. Jeez. Holy. That is a monster catfish. That is a monster. I need to get him in the net here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Come on back here. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Get in my net. Wow. Look at this channel cat, you guys. How was that for the first fish of the day? Whew. I need to just set that rod down and collect myself for a minute. Man, that was a crazy fight. Don't tell me I got one on this rod too now. I had one for a second. I'm just gonna reel this one in real quick and we'll deal with this fish. Yeah, I got my bait stripped there anyway. Get this guy unhooked. There we go. Got him on the good old cocktail shrimp. Wow, look at that catfish. All right, you guys, I got that fish unhooked. I threw him on my scale real quick. He is 16 pounds even. What a start to the day. It took all of about 10-15 minutes to hook into that fish. Beauty of a channel cat. All right, let's let him go. Get that bait back in the water and see if we can get another one. You know, as much as I enjoy the excitement of fishing bass and pike and muskie, sometimes it is kind of nice to just come out, drop anchor, let some bait soak, take in some nature. Yeah, it's a perfect night for that out here. So I've had these lines back in the water for about 15 minutes now. This one was getting nibbled on the first 10 minutes and then nothing. So I'm gonna reel it in and see if I've still got bait down there. I'm guessing I might have gotten stripped. Yep. That's the only downside to using shrimp for bait. It's not real tough for them to pull it off the hook. See how much shrimp we've got left. Uh-oh, maybe half dozen. It's kind of my main concern is running out of bait at this point. I'm gonna kind of zigzag that hook through there to try to hold it a little bit better. That should work. We'll toss it back out there. Hopefully we can get at least one more big cat before we run out of shrimp. I don't know, if I get down to one, I might get out my spinning rod and put out a goldeye setup with a little piece of shrimp. Try to extend our bait situation a little bit. No complaints out of me though. We've got one big fish in the boat already. If I could get at least one more, I'd be pretty happy. Am I out of bait on that one? Yeah, I got stripped again. Alright, so I think it's time to come to terms with the fact that I am running low on bait. I'm going to check this one too, just to make sure I've still got something on there. Nope, that one was stripped too. So I'm going to get this one set up again. And then I set up my little spinning rod with a slip bobber rig. I'm going to throw in a little piece of shrimp. I've got maybe, I don't know, 1.5 feet of line out underneath that slip bobber. We'll just toss that right over here in this corner. See if we can't catch a goldeye to use as cut bait. So we can extend our bait a little bit. In fact, I'm going to snip this piece off right here. We'll just throw that little tail piece on my hook. And the rest of it here I'll put on my catfish rig. That one will just hook just like that. I don't know if goldeye will eat that. I don't see why they wouldn't. We'll give it a try. It is kind of a rigged slip bobber setup, because the one thing I forgot was a split shot sinker. All I had was some Nico weights, so I just kind of cut one in half and tied it on there. Good enough. Yeah, hopefully there's some goldeye over there. If we could catch one of those and use it for cut bait, that would be awesome. Alright, we'll let that one sit. Keep an eye on that bobber rig. Oh, something hit it there. Well, that's good to see. Those goldeye are definitely going to try to eat that shrimp tail. Got a couple more tails in here too. We'll maybe just toss another one of those tails on. I don't even think there's any meat in that one, but it's probably all right. It's got some scent to it still. So I just bumped my shrimp over there. What was that? Still trying to catch a goldeye with my other rod here. There we go. Doesn't feel real big. He's just a little guy. Come on back up here, you. All right. Catfish number 2. Quite a bit smaller than that first one, but hey, it's some action. There's probably a bunch of these little guys down there. That's what's been nibbling at my shrimp, I'd imagine. Get that hook out of him. Yeah, if I felt like bringing home a couple for dinner, that would be a perfect size eater right there. But we're letting him go today. Oh, yeah, he was ready to swim. track of my other line there. So I've got maybe 2 pieces of shrimp left, I think. So I'm really hoping a goldeye will come along and hit that slip bobber rig over here. There's something. Is that my little goldeye? I think it is. Oh, no, it's not. It's not a goldeye at all. Well, I was hoping for some cut bait, but instead we got a little baby catfish. Isn't he cute? Yeah, unfortunately we gotta let him go. Can't use them for cut bait here in North Dakota. You really only use rough fish. So we'll toss that shrimp tail back out. I don't know, I'm starting to run out of time. Haven't had a whole lot of luck trying to find goaleye. Actually, none at all. That little cat's the first thing I caught on this setup. So we've got maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes left until I got to start paddling back toward the launch. So I'll give it maybe another 15 minutes with this. See if I can't catch a goldeye for that last half hour or so, but we got 2 more pieces of shrimp left, so if I don't get anything on this in the next 15 minutes, I might just throw my other catfish rod back out and see what we can do the last 20 minutes or so. Something's nibbling at my other rod over there too. Got him. Feels like just a little guy. Little baby cat. It's about the size of that one that I caught on my slip bobber. Well, I think I've got 1 piece of shrimp left. We'll give it maybe another 15 minutes or so. See if we can get one a little bit bigger than that. Well, unfortunately, I didn't have any luck hooking into a last-minute monster. The sun is set though, so it's about time for me to start heading back downstream to my truck. I'm not familiar with this stretch of river, so I really don't want to have to paddle back in the dark. Especially right now with the low water level. It's not much current flow, so it really hides those deadheads right underneath the surface. I actually ran into a log on my way up here, so I'm going to take it nice and slow on the way back. It was a great evening out here on the river though. I was kind of hoping I could hook into a couple more quality fish, but hey, we got that one real nice channel cat. Definitely needed the net for that one. A couple more little ones to keep me busy. I think I enjoyed just hanging out here on the river, the peacefulness, just as much as I enjoyed catching those fish. So that was a pretty good way to spend the evening. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. Thanks for coming along with me again. I'll see you next time.